All right, we are continuing our Z Fold 8 Ultra content blitz, and today we are going to be looking at a case from a company called Mobosi. Now, Mobosi did approach me because I'm a big important reviewer now and asked me to look at their case, sent it to me for free, but they have no say in what I say, had no say in when I say it. They don't get to see it before you do, and all thoughts and opinions of my own. Now, one thing Mobosi did not tell me is they were going to be giving me a case with some of the strongest magnets that I have seen on a phone case. So I look forward to showing you that in a little bit later in the video, but right now let's go ahead and dive into looking at this case. All right, so this is a two-piece case. Got back piece, hinge, back piece is polycarbonate, some TPU in the bumper, yep, TPU there. Got the hinge, it's got that protection with comfort. And if you watch my Burfee review, which some of you probably have, you will recognize that, and that is because Mobosi and Burfee are sister companies, although I do think that they should have different mottos. And we've got the divots in the corners, which if you've watched my first rapid fire roundup, you have already seen that. That is linked here and is like 22 different cases. And I did not do things like weigh them. 62 grams, and the Z Fold 8 Ultra is 220. So 62 grams, 28% increase-ish. Go ahead and get my violet shadow in here. Snaps in real nice. Now I'm not going to be attaching the screen protector because I would just be taking it off again. I have so many cases that have screen protectors either attached or as an option to install them. If I spent all my time installing and taking them off, the front of my screen would just be a mass of glue. So I am not going to do that, but we'll see how responsive it is and all that stuff. Ooh, nice snap. Buttons cut out well. I like to see separate buttons, but these are good. These are fine. Got some good tactility to them. Cutouts look good. Works just fine even unattached. It's not pushing it up or anything like that, so the case fits very well. Bezel still looks good. Even with the screen protector, it's a good bezel. It's chamfered correctly, and it does taper down just a little bit here to make room for large Magsafe accessories, but doesn't completely cut away like a lot of them that you see. So this part of the lens is protected as well. So this is, I feel, a more intelligent way to do it than a lot of the cases where it's just completely cut out there. So good job on that, Mobosi. Dang. Big fan of kind of these translucent matte cases, because even though I personally don't like clear cases, that's mainly because they collect a lot of oil and fingerprints, and these kind of translucent matte ones don't, while still showcasing the fact that you bought a phone that has some sort of color to it. I also like the contrast of having accent exterior and then clear, or clear-ish in this case. So it looks really nice. Feels good too. It's very slick in the sense that it looks nice. It's not slick in this sense. It's not like the grippiest case in the world, but I don't think it's gonna drop out on you. Yeah, we're doing good there. Maxi sure. But we don't just do that. We are doing real reviews with big boy tools, not just like wiggling stuff around, and that's the kind of stuff you put in some sort of like massive rapid fire review when you're just trying to get information out fast. 36.1 newtons. That is roughly double 38.5. Because average is about 16, 15, 16, somewhere in there. I'm going to have to get a new average for this generation because it does seem to be generally stronger than the Z Fold 7 generation. However, its average is no dang where near 38.5. So that is insanely good magnets. This is the best magnets that I have seen on a Z Fold. I'm trying to think if any of the S26s went that hard. Maybe the Tank. I seem to recall the Tank having exceptional magnets. But still, like on case from a company that I personally had never used before, I was not expecting it. So just dang. All right, next MagSafe thing. Does it get the super fast wireless charging, that means we are getting above 15 watts, so we are likely getting all the way up to 20. But let's go ahead and again use our big boy tools to make sure that that is true. 20.6, 20.9, 21, 22. We're over 20 now. Anything over 20 is powering the charger or making up for inefficiency. So that's about what we expect to see, somewhere in the 22 to 23 range, if we're looking at 20-watt charging going into the phone, which we are, so passes the Magsafe wireless charging test. Since Samsung decided that 20 watts was where they were going to cut off for reasons that I could not adequately describe to you. Let's throw my controller on there and see how this works. Now this is my GameSir X5 Lite. The reason I like the GameSir X5 Lite, which is now working, is because it is exceptionally accommodating of controllers, but also folds up instead of down, which is the correct orientation if you want to play a game on the fold phone. You want it folding up because that looks better. It's more natural. And folding down is like, it's weird. It's weird. And that's what you get with like the backbone. So, GameSir X5 Lite. GameSir, call me. All right, well, that's all of the testing that I do. We've got a very well-built case. Got the military grade drop protection, so it's got your full coverage. It's got your stronger MagSafe than you generally see. Oh, that's the thing we forgot to do. Large MagSafe accessory, which is on there just fine. Unsurprising. Oh, right, this is only a 15-watt charger. Here's a 25. And we're getting the super fast with the power bank as well, and sticking straight on. That is just incredible. That is so good. Well, thank you again, Mobosi, for sending this out to me for review. This does get the Purple Room seal of excellence. This is gonna spend a little bit of time on my phone. I really like this case. I'm always a little worried when someone wants to send me out a case, because I know eventually it's gonna be bad, and then I'm gonna have to be like, this case is bad. I got it for free and it's bad. But that isn't this case. So, dodged a bullet there. All right, well, this video is whatever YouTube thinks you should be watching next to my reviews. Go see if they're right. My name has been Steve. This has been another Purple Room review, and I will see you in the next one.